the healthiest seniors I have ever examined.
I'm 42.
Really?
The world judges, we don't. Planet Fitness, be free.
Would you like to meet your daddy?
The world judges, we don't. Planet Fitness, be free.
Join Planet Fitness for only $1 down, now through Wednesday, March 14th.
A gunshot inside a school.
I can honestly say from the facts that I have right now, it appears to be an accidental event.
Tonight, parents are outraged.
Venomous and deadly snakes seized from a Maryland apartment. The charges tonight against a former zookeeper.
And you're fired. Who could be next on the chopping block for the Trump administration?
ABC 7 News at 11 starts now with breaking news.
That breaking news that we're following tonight. Look at this, a massive fire right now at a home in Accokeek, Maryland.
This situation so dangerous, firefighters told to evacuate the building and fight these flames from the outside. Our Annalisa Gale is live at the scene with what we know tonight. Annalisa?
Allison, Jonathan, right now, firefighters are still battling hotspots. We've learned that an elderly couple was able to escape from this house fire, thankfully, with the help of smoke detectors and some neighbors. Let's take a look at this video from Skytrack 7, which shows just how quickly the flames were spreading about an hour ago. We've learned there are no hydrants in this area, so firefighters have had to work hard to douse these flames using water tankers. This is a single-family home in the 14,000 block of Cactus Hill Road in Accokeek. It appears that this fire started in the basement, but at this time, the fire is still under investigation. As soon as we know more, we'll bring it to you live. Live in Accokeek tonight, Annalisa Gale, ABC 7 News.
Annalisa, thanks very much. The other big story we're following tonight, parents are in shock and they are demanding answers after a school resource officer accidentally fired his gun in school. At least one bullet hitting a wall while students were in class just feet away.
Well, tonight the mayor and police chief fielding questions about how this happened and what's being done in response. Heather Graff has the new developments tonight.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Brown.
It's not every day Alexandria's chief of police shows up at a PTA meeting. But after a school resource officer at George Washington Middle accidentally fired his gun inside the school, it was necessary.
I can honestly say from the facts that I have right now, appears to be an accidental event.
Chief Michael Brown also revealed the weapon discharged inside the SRO's office, but the bullet did go through a wall inside the school. A close call that had parents asking so many questions on Tuesday night. Even the mayor showed up to listen in.
Because I wanted to hear those questions directly. I wanted to know what people were saying and to hear the answers.
They're questions that began hours earlier when GW parents first learned what had happened so close to their kids.
Here we have a highly trained 5-year veteran of the police force here to protect our students, and somehow, we don't know how, his service weapon was discharged.
Questions that will take time to answer through an investigation that's now underway.
We're very thankful that no one was hurt.
Heather Graff is joining us live now. And Heather, what comes next in this investigation?
Well, that school resource officer has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation. And once it is complete, we're told the case will be handed over to the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office for review. Jonathan, back to you.
Heather Graff reporting live in Alexandria tonight. Heather, thank you.
And now, new at 11 tonight. Students across the country gearing up for a 17-minute walkout tomorrow to send a message to lawmakers in the wake of that Florida school shooting. Their call, enough is enough. It's time for change. But tonight, students in Maryland had an opportunity to share their concerns face-to-face with their local representatives. Jay Korf takes us to that meeting.
I just don't see why any civilian needs an assault rifle.
Students from Bethesda Chevy Chase High School shared the stage Tuesday night with multiple members of Congress.
I think it's made an incredible difference with our colleagues
to talk about school safety and gun reform in the wake of the Parkland, Florida shooting.
This is not a 30-day fight. This is not a 2-month fight. This is a long battle.
The abiding statement here, this unspeakable loss of life ignited a student-led gun reform movement undeterred in their efforts to enact change.
This is terrorism. It's not just gun violence, it's terrorism. we need to call it terrorism.
Senior Sophie Cobb helped organize this event and looks forward to Wednesday's National Student Walkout, when students across the country will walk out of school for 17 minutes to honor the 17 lives lost last month in Florida.
To hear them say that the students really are making a difference and they are key to making a change motivates me even more, and it makes me hopeful for the future.
Thank you for your activism.
And hundreds, possibly thousands of those Montgomery County students that you saw in that story, they may ramp up the pressure by coming here tomorrow, not protesting outside their schools. They tell us they're going to go over to the White House first, turn around and say nothing for 17 minutes, then march right here to the U.S. Capitol for a rally. Reporting live, Jay Korf, ABC 7 News.
Jay, thank you very much. And stay with ABC 7 and News Channel 8 for full coverage of these school walkouts tomorrow. We'll have live coverage on air and online. You can find the latest updates all day by downloading the ABC 7 News app.
Well, as the debate over gun violence continues, a powerful image on the National Mall today. Thousands of shoes lined up in rows outside the U.S. Capitol. 7,000 pairs, each representing a child lost to gun violence just since the Sandy Hook massacre.
When I look at the shoes, I can imagine the kids like all wearing them, and it's just really sad.
And that's the point. We're bringing the heartbreak of this to Congress's doorstep to show them the cost of their inaction on gun violence.
Yeah, all the shoes were donated by people including the father of Allison Parker, the Roanoke reporter who was shot and killed on live television, and a man whose teenage son was killed at Columbine High School. All of those shoes will now be donated to charity.
Well, we are following more breaking news tonight as the family of murdered DNC staffer Seth Rich files a lawsuit against Fox News and 2 of its employees. This is based on a now retracted story linking Rich to that WikiLeaks data dump of 20,000 DNC emails. The leak came just days after his murder in July 2016. Rich's parents claim Fox News commentators reached out to them under false pretenses in order to support what the lawsuit calls a sham story.
Well, fire officials now are looking into what caused this fire at an apartment building in Arlington. Look what firefighters are up against. This was the scene along North Kenmore Street between Clarendon and Ballston. And you can see smoke and flames shooting out of the 4th floor window. Fortunately, in all of this, nobody was hurt.
Well, Storm Watch 7 tracking wintry weather across the country tonight. And take a look at this. A huge pileup involving some 70 cars near Columbus, Ohio. Police say snow-covered roads are likely to blame, but nobody was seriously hurt.
Yeah, that's a result of what's called a snow squall. We had some of those today off to the east where generally it's dry, but you get these pockets that just the snow comes down rapidly, it accumulates and moves on by. Right now, you could see some of those up there in Ohio. For us, it is a quiet night tonight. It's just chilly. That is our story. We look outside live right now, Lincoln Memorial toward Arlington. Not bad, just cold. Tomorrow, our forecast calling for winds again, gusting to 30 miles per hour. 40 by noon. We'll go about 42 at 5 o'clock, but wind chills barely above the freezing mark, especially in the morning where the actual air temperature is going to be below freezing, with wind chills pretty easily in the teens and low 20s. We'll talk more about that, look at the nor'easter, and plan out our next weather maker coming up in just a few minutes.
I'm Lizzie Mastis at the ABC 7 Live Desk. Results are coming in from the special election in Pennsylvania. It is a crucial race in a swing state. It's also a district President Trump won, and one that Republicans have held for more than a decade. President Trump is campaigning for the Republican in the race, Rick Saccone. Joe Biden is campaigning for Democrat Conor Lamb.
I hate to put this pressure on you, Rick. They're all